moment and go get your favorite brew. Now join me on this video. Welcome back to the shop. You know the drill. Come on down here on the bench. Let's see what we've got going on. Well, it's firewood season, and I've got this little jig here that I wanted to demonstrate. This isn't a product endorsement. I'm not even sure who it is that makes this, but it's a screw type cone that is threaded that you can use for splitting firewood, for splitting kindling mainly. Some people, the advertisements show that you can use this in a big huge heavy drill and split big chunks of firewood. If you have a big drill, that's fine, you can do that. I'm just going to show you how I do it. It's a little more efficient, I think, and I only use this really for kindling. Let me show you a little trick. I don't know if any of you remember the Ranger bands that I did a video on them, on their different uses. Well, here is another use for Ranger bands. You can take and put them on the end of your piece of kindling here, and then we're going to go over and use our jig here, and I'll show you how that comes out. The way I like to use this is to put this into the chuck in my drill press, and then I take this 2x4 that I had cut down to a 2x2 and put the Ranger band on it. And now let me show you how this works. Now you can see I've got all my pieces all wrapped up here into one little bundle. I can keep it that way as I carry it into the house, and then they will easily come apart. You can see how I've got these smaller pieces to put down on the bottom, and the rest of the pieces I can put on top. Now I'm also going to attempt to get one of these bigger pieces. This here is a piece of dried ash. It's going to be really hard. One thing you don't want to do is try to go down right through the middle. I've got my drill press geared pretty high, so it doesn't have a whole lot of power, but I just want to show you that when you're going in here, if you just pry up, it will usually release, and you can keep on whittling away until you get this to split nicely. So let's give it a try. Takes a little bit more time, but it does do the job. What I like about it is you're not swinging anything at your hand. You can keep your hands away from the actual working part of the tool, and it does work pretty well. Let's go back over to the bench and take a look. So here we go. What I like is it keeps the whole mess out in the shop. All of this comes apart pretty well once you get it inside, or once you get it off of the drill. You take this apart on here, and then when you get inside you can use it. And of course this here, you just take the band off, and most of this comes right apart. And what it doesn't come right apart, you can easily pull apart with your fingers, and you've got all of your kindling ready to go. A little bit of sawdust on the bottom. I like to spray a little alcohol on the sawdust, and acts as a wick. Throw all these things on top, and poof, you got a real nice fire. Put your bigger stuff on, and before long you'll be nice and warm. So thanks so much for joining me on this. Hopefully it'll be useful if you ever thought about getting something like that. It does work, it just has its limitations. It's not going to replace a maul or an axe or even your chainsaw. Sometimes the commercials I watch and I think it's not going to do quite all that, but I do think it's worth having. It works pretty well, and I think it has done me a good job. So thanks so much for joining me on this. Give me a thumbs up. Hopefully you'll subscribe, share with a friend. Have a great day and God bless.